Today, we're diving into the life of one of the most powerful and polarizing figures in the history of modern South Asia. She was a woman who rose from a deep personal tragedy to lead an entire nation, to reshape its democracy, and really to define its politics for decades. This is the story of Begum Khaleda Zia.
But to really understand her story, we actually have to start at the very end. At 80 years old, after a long and very public battle with illness, Khaleda Zia's death wasn't just the passing of a former leader. It truly marked the end of an entire era in Bangladesh's history. And the reaction to her death? It was immediate, and it was huge. The government declared 3 full days of state mourning. You had national flags flying at half-mast, professional sporting events were postponed. I mean, the sheer scale of the response tells you everything. You had state honors, sure, but you also got condolences from her fiercest political rival, Sheikh Hasina, and tributes pouring in from leaders all around the world. That just speaks volumes about her significance.
So who was this woman who could command that kind of a response? A figure seen by some as this great champion of democracy, and by others as a deeply polarizing force. Well, that's the big question we're going to unpack right now.
You see, her journey doesn't begin with some grand political ambition. It really begins with fate. She wasn't born into a political dynasty or anything like that. She was literally thrust right into the heart of it all, transforming from a private citizen into a national leader.
And the contrast in her life is just so stark. It's like 2 different people. On one side, you have Khaleda Khanum, born back in British India, who marries a young army officer and lives a pretty quiet life as a ceremonial first lady. And then, on the other side, you get Khaleda Zia, the political heavyweight, chairperson of a major party, the leader of a massive democratic movement, and eventually, the country's prime minister. It was a total 180-degree transformation.
So what caused this seismic shift? What flipped the switch? It was a single, devastatingly tragic event. The assassination of her husband, President Ziaur Rahman. That moment didn't just make her a widow, it made her the unwilling heir to a massive political legacy, and it propelled her, ready or not, right into the national spotlight. So, with her husband gone and the country falling under military rule just a year later, Khaleda Zia stepped into a new role she never asked for, leader of the opposition. And this wasn't just about politics. For her, it became a decade-long fight to restore democracy to her country.
And let me tell you, that path to power was a real struggle. It took 10 long years. After the tragedy in '81, she formally took over her husband's party, the BNP, in '84. For the next 6 years, she was the face of the opposition, leading nationwide protests, building coalitions against the military government. And all that effort finally paid off in 1990 when the authoritarian ruler was forced out. That paved the way for a landmark election in 1991 where she led her party to a truly historic victory.
Okay, so winning power was one thing, but wielding it? That's a whole different ballgame. Her time as prime minister was this incredibly complex mix of really big achievements and these persistent, damaging controversies. This is where we have to look at the true price of that power.
And she wasn't just a one-term wonder. She would go on to serve as the head of government not just once, but twice. First from 1991 to 1996, and then she came back for another term from 2001 to 2006. 2 terms that would fundamentally shape the future of Bangladesh.
In this slide, it just perfectly illustrates the 2 sides of her time in office. I mean, on the one hand, her contributions were massive. Her government restored the parliamentary system. That's a cornerstone of her legacy. She pushed for market reforms, expanded access to education. But, on the other hand, her governments were just dogged by these constant allegations of corruption and nepotism. And her second term, in particular, was marked by rising militancy and a deepening of the political divisions that would really come to define the whole era.
You know, you absolutely cannot tell the story of Khaleda Zia without talking about the defining conflict of her entire political life. Her rivalry with Sheikh Hasina wasn't just some political contest, it was a battle that shaped the entire nation, and it ultimately led to her own legal downfall.
This conflict was so intense, so all-consuming that it got its own famous nickname, the Battle of the Begums. Now, the word Begum is a term of respect, but in this context, it came to symbolize this bitter, knockdown, drag-out struggle between Zia and Sheikh Hasina. This rivalry just polarized the country and often brought politics to a complete standstill.
And that rivalry created this vicious cycle that just kept repeating. One party would be in power, and the other would lead these fierce protests out on the streets. Then, when power shifted, boom, legal charges, corruption cases filed against the other side, leading to arrests and even imprisonment. Khaleda Zia spent her final years trapped in this exact cycle, moving between courtrooms, prison, and house arrest, which, for her supporters, turned her into a powerful symbol of resistance.
So when all the dust settles, how do we even begin to look at her? Her legacy is anything but simple. She was, without a doubt, one of the central architects of modern Bangladesh. But, well, the blueprint she left behind is complex, and it's definitely contested.
Her impact is just undeniable. She was an absolute trailblazer, the nation's first ever female prime minister. She was the one who restored democracy after years of military rule and really championed a sense of Bangladeshi nationalism. And yet, at the very same time, she was a central figure in the very political polarization that so often paralyzed the country. So for her supporters, she's a symbol of resistance. For her critics, a symbol of division. And the thing is, both are true.
And all of that leaves us with this final, really crucial question. What is the true legacy of a leader who fights for and restores democracy, but whose time and power also deepens the divisions within that very democracy? It's a question with no easy answer, and it lies right at the heart of understanding the price of power, a price paid by Begum Khaleda Zia.